The numbers are just in, and it is a massive victory for Javier Milei and the Libertarian Party in Argentina. Really something to see these numbers for the Libertarian Party. It's never been done before. It's never been the case that the Libertarian Party had a president, that the Libertarian Party had these kind of numbers in elections. Guys, as always, if you want to prepare, if you want to learn more about survival and preparedness, you have a ton of information here in the channel. I always recommend my books as well. Surviving the Economic Collapse, for everything that's happening all over the world, as well as street survival skills, folks. We're facing challenges that most people simply cannot comprehend. For that, you will need to prepare, not fantasy, not delusion, but realistic, base preparedness and survival, making the right decisions so as to keep yourself and your family safe for the times that we're already living in and the ones to come. It was a massive bet. It was Donald Trump himself that gave Javier Milei all the possible support he could give. Scott Bessent had promised a swap of $20 billion US. Then he promised $40 billion. Then he promised to buy 4 times the amount of beef from Argentina. It was an immense, major bet that they made with Javier Milei, and it paid out very well. 40% of the votes going for the Libertarian Party that this man represents, and that's going to be enough for whatever reforms he needs. It is going to be, it's not exactly majority, but very, very close, and with that, that's enough to, if it had been less than 30% would have been kind of okay, you're still there in the fight. 40%, that's as good as it was gonna get. Less than 30%, that was, you're losing, you're not doing well. But with these numbers, pretty sure they're very, very happy with this. What is it that it means? Well, for Argentina, it means that you continue with a president that you may like more or less, Javier Milei, especially in terms of his personality and, a bunch of other things. He was caught, his sister was caught, some phone scandal, nothing proven, but, things that are not exactly looking very good. But other than that, economically, he's been doing things well, making the necessary changes so as to not spend more money than you actually have. It's one of those weird things, because even though he is very close with Donald Trump, there's a massive difference in which these two presidents have actually, what they've actually done. Trump talked a lot about DOGE, the Department of Government Efficiency, and it's not wasting money and all of these things. Actually, he ended up being the president that has spent the most money in recent years, even more than Joe Biden in his term. So in the last year so you're looking at things that, even though they're very close allies, it is not the same in which they handle the economy. Javier Milei is for the first time in a very long time, he managed to have a fiscal balance actually working, spending less than what you actually make. That's exactly what Argentina needs. And that's what was working very well. Up until the moment in which he lost the elections in Buenos Aires, that was a massive blow to the confidence that the market had in continuing this process. But now with these elections being, going the way they obviously have gone, it's a major bet by Donald Trump that did pay out. Because when you look at these swaps, they're bailing out. The United States is bailing out Argentina. Not really. He was never gonna give any bailout if Milei lost. And if Milei lost, congested and whatnot. If Javier Milei lost and the economy went to hell, he was not gonna make any swap. Now that he has won, and the swap is, definitely going on, you're not losing. You're dealing with a country that's probably going to do pretty well in the coming years. So it's really not affecting you to have a swap with a business partner that you're still going to buy from. You're still going to buy like 4 times the amount of beef that you were buying before. And, a ton of resources that obviously now the market opens up to with peso that is not falling apart. So yes, major victory in Argentina for the Libertarian Party. That's, something that even when I say it, it's just crazy. Because, talking with the guys at the Libertarian Party in the United States, the idea of having a Libertarian president, it's unheard of. It's literally never happened before. And ending up with these numbers in an election for a Libertarian Party, it just shows that Argentina, Argentina is different. Argentina rolls a different way. You go with from one extreme to the other in terms of your political views, or maybe it's just about tired of so much corruption. I mean, these guys still get like a 30%, but they're not the majority anymore. They're not running things anymore, and as time goes by, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be weaker and weaker and weaker. Guys, that's gonna be all. If you want to subscribe to the channel, you have the button somewhere over there. Links below in the description of the video. Comments, more than welcome. Take care.